Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Ashutosh Kumar, and today we're going to discuss about IP address briefing and workbook. So we will concentrate how your workbook going to help you to revise your IP addresses and subnetting part. So I'm going to show you the problems and their solution which is given in this work. So let's start with the first page. Are you able to see the first page, everyone?
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first thing first, IP address classes. We have five classes: class A, class B, class C, class D, and their range. And here you can see the pattern of host. So what is the first patterns? So first one bit, can you see, is the leading bit is a zero. Do you remember we have discussed about this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then class B first two bit will be 1 and 2 reserve, and next class C and so on. So we have discussed, no need to make anything, just whenever you want to refer, you open this workbook, everything will be there. I'm going to discuss you quickly. Whenever you feel it is in, I have not discussed earlier, so you can stop me. I'm going to explain you that part in detail. Clear, guys? Okay. Now, yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, next course, private address space. So we have class A, B, and C. There is a public address and private address. So this is the complete range of class A, B, C. In that, the range is reserved for private use, means that is not routable, that is not going to use in internet. Okay, this is going to be free IP address. You can select the subnet, or subnetting you can do from this. So what are the range? Class A, we have only one range. Okay, 10 series range. And class B, we have 172.16 to 172.31 range. Okay, now next class C range, we have 192.168 range to this. So all the private three range we have discussed. What are the default subnet marks? We have so many times discussed. Class A, 255.0.0.0. Class B, 255.255.0.0. 2 octet going to be 255.255. Class C, we are practice so many stuffs there. 255.255.255.0. These are the default subnet marks. It's not a custom. We're going to customize according to our use, that is called subnetting, but this is the default. So till here clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now next quickly, I already discussed and we have done the lots of practice and classes. Please review, please revise those videos. If you want to refer, you can go watch on YouTube. So you know I have always give you table of the value, bit positions value 1 2 4 8. This is 4 bit. Second 4 bit 16 32 64 128, and the positions going to occupy, they have their addition and you will get the value. So please revise this I gave you. Whenever you want to exercise, just take any one of the example, do the exercise, and let's see your answer. You can verify the answer are available. Okay, now come to decimal to binary. So here same way, here what is, we have binary to decimal conversion. Here decimal to binary, they have given their what decimal value. This is the handwritten binary value. You can take this number, random any one number, and do exercise without looking on the answer. Okay, but they have given, it's already discussed and we have practiced. Okay, next, address class identification. If you remember, during the exercise we have done the lots of questions answers. In that I gave you random, this IP belong to which class. By looking on the IP we can say they are belong to which class. Don't you, do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. So whenever you want to do practice, just take a paper, you copy this, you just take one and practice it belong to it. Just revise quickly because answer is done and there, so that they will take bare minimum time to revise your what, address class identification. Okay, next we have network host identification. Means here what you have to do, circle the network portion of this address. Means just go and look the network address you have to circle. So by looking on IP, this is a what class, this is a 177 is class B. Means this is going to be 2 octet, going to be a network, is a 119.18.45, this belongs to class A. So only one octet will be belong to network. Here you have to circle the host portion. Means you on the looking on the IP, you have to first identify belong to which class, and then what will be their host portion. Like 233, we know this belong to which, tell me. 223, 224 class D, 223 class C. So all three, first three octet belong to the network and the last octet belong to the host. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So this is that, and then network address. So we have lots of exercise we have done. So there is using the IP address and subnet marks. They will given you the IP address and the subnet marks. You have to identify marks. So write out the network address. You have to write the network address. By looking on this, you have to identify what is the network. Of course, these are the subnet marks. So my network is this, and remaining are the host. Clear? Here, what is my network? These three are my network. What is my network? These three are network. Like that. Here only one is my network. Here all three is a network. It's an easy one. We have practice lots. These two are my network. Clear? Please practice. Now in this host address, again by looking on this subnet marks, you have to identify your host. So these two are host. Same way here, if you see, this is the single one is my host. Here all three belong to my host. Clear guys till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next, default subnet marks. Looking on this IP, you have to identify this belong to which class. We know this belong to the class B. So my subnet marks will. So like this is the you have to do. These are the easy we know. So I hope you are understand that. Now next is adding with the default subnet mark. Ending is not adding, this is called ending. And ing, ending. What do we mean ending? You remember? Or an and logic in engineering, if you remember? Let me brief you there. That's called and. The symbol is and, that's called or you can write this and or. What's the, so if you do and, there is a four combination of bits. Okay, that's a 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, this combination that and 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. That's going to or logic. So tell me, for ending, what is do you mean by the and? What do you mean by the or, guys? Any any idea? You guys from engineering background, right? On
Yes, sir.
and or logic, if you remember.
Yeah, little bit.
Okay, let me get you in revision mode. And is if this is in the, if you remember logics, 0 is the low volt and 1 is high. So once if you do addition, or means choice, you do one choice, and age addition. So if it's 0 and 0, it will give what? Of course 0. Okay, did you guys? And if
Yes, sir.
anyone is 1 in and 0 and 1, any 1 high, to 1 1 0 always high, means anyone is high always high. So here both are high. So if 0 0, then only what, I mean, who one else join with. Okay, okay, now come for all any one of this. So what going to be happened? Sorry, wrongly I or, this is for or, means any one is true. Okay, cross cross. Okay, this is for and. Or means any one is true, that's going to be true. Or, and if any one is false, everything will be false. Like 0 0 false, both false, of course false. 0 1 false, because one false will be only one conditions. Both the condition will match, then only it will be, otherwise false. Means here 0 1, both are different, the 0. Here any 0 is going to be zeros. Both the things are true, then it's going to be. Understand, guys? Or an and here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so or always remember, if any one is true, that going to be true. So here these are true to always true. This is the logic. Any one is false, is 0, so it going to be. So we are using here and 1. Here we are using and, like 1 and 1 both are true, so this is true. If any one false, 1 and 0, it will be false. Clear? What's the benefit of that? We have done this practice. The host portion and network portion, how do you be clear? How do you check through this? Because your default subnet marks, if you're going to apply that, it's going to give you the network portion and host portion. Means all the 0 will be the host portion. Okay, if all the 0 becomes host portion because anyone is false, it's going to give you entire false. And network portion, if you see, you do your subnet marks and with your IP address, your end result going to give you the network IP. Are you able to understand this part? Because the same thing what we have, anyone is false, that going to become my IP. Suppose here 0, so it will give you the result 0. Both the one, because network subnet marks always will be 1. Okay, here is the wrong. Here it's supposed to be 1 because subnet marks, default subnet marks 255.255.255. This is the misprint. Here supposed to be 1. Clear, guys? Understand? Should I write you and show you how it's going to work?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you. So you want example
Yes,
by
yes.
doing? Okay. So let's
Yeah, yes.
let's let's this example 190.100.33 10.33. I'm taking this example, the new page. So my IP 192 is this 1 192 dot, what was the 8 dot 10 dot 10 dot, and the default subnet marks we know 5 5 dot 5 dot 2. Okay, so you have to do and ending. Let's give the IP of this offset. What is the IP, guys? So 128 192, first 2 bit will be 11. This give you 192. Agree? Yes, no? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what will be the value of 100? How do you calculate, guys? 100 if you have, how do you calculate? First will be 0. Okay. Then
64.
64 plus 32 will be what? 96. Right?
96. 6.
And then how much we need?
Yes, sir.
4. Right? 0
4.
4.
0,
1
0, 0, 0, 1.
0. Excellent. This is my 100. I'm going to write here 0 1 1 0 2 1
2,
0.
4.
This is second octet. What will be the third octet? 10. Now 0 0
3.
0 0 and 8 plus 2.
0,
Right?
0, 1, 1, 0,
Yes.
1,
Okay,
0,
thank you.
1, 0.
Now next
Sir,
third. Let's go.
hello. Sir, about 100, it will be 0010, no? Second part.
This is the value of 64. Right?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
write. This is the value of 64 plus this value is
30,
32.
32.
And all are zeros. And this value is what?
4.
Plus 4. What will be
No,
answer?
बस गए. ना.
8, 4, 2,
So
1.
Okay, okay.
96 plus 300.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Okay.
Now come to the
4.
33. Quickly, who will give me answer? 128 will be
What?
0, 64 will be 0, 32 will be 1, and then
0,
1.
0, 1.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is my IP address. What we have to do? We have to do and ending. We have to do ending with this For subnet, what will be the ending will be the result of my network. So let's see. So I'm going to do take different color here, black, for subnet mark. So 255, what will be? 255 all the ones?
One.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Again, next is 255. Again, we have
All one.
all ones. And then again, we have all ones. And remaining all zeros. Okay. So let's do the AND with this. And let's see what is the result. So result into say. So 1 1 will be what? And program 1 1 1 1 1 0 0. If any 0 will give 0, right? Yes, no. If both the 1, then only it will be 1. Yes, no. Tell me. If I'm doing anything wrong here, let me know. 1 1 is 1 1 0 2 1 1 1 0. And here would be good. If you see all the zeros, that's octet belong to host. And if not all the zero, network. So you can see my network is, if you take this 190.110, my network is 192.100.10. This is the method by which you will able to get. This is the computer what they do actual the background. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the example is given you just to go through this, and now here they have give you the detailed one. Till now we have done the default subnetting because see this is the default subnet 255.255.255.0. Now we are moving to the same technique. You have to use custom subnet mark like here they use. So we're going to study this. Okay. Will hear any questions? So I'm going to cover this part the next upcoming classes. Bye bye. See you.